Hey everybody, got a special video here for you today regarding Phoneix, one of my favorite champions that I recently ranked up to 455. She's been a very nice addition to my prestige, and I've been finding uses for her while she's been mostly on my Alliance War defense as a diverse defender who can occasionally get a kill. I haven't been taking her out to play much, so today we're going to be focusing on a interesting interaction between Phoneix and the Despair Mastery. Now, I think most people who have been playing this game for a while know that the Despair Mastery reduces healing by 15% at 3 out of 3 for each debuff currently on the target. Now, Phoneix has a way to apply a lot of debuffs. Now, if we go to Phoneix, she's in my profile here. I can go to her info, and I can go all the way down, empowered 5 or more fury buffs. Now, all attacks gain a 100% chance to incinerate the opponent, dealing 155.4, I'm pretty sure that percent is a typo, energy damage over 6 seconds. Now, she has a 6-hit combo, so with her second medium being 2 hits. Now, that means I can apply up to 6 incinerates in one full combo, and her special 2 also has, I think, 4 to 5 hits. Now, if you can time this all right with either double mediums mixed in with special 2s and special 1s and staying in the 5 or more fury buffs the entire fight, you are going to shut down all healing. So what I did is it took me a couple tries, so you'll see that it wasn't she is not the best option for this, but what I did is I took Phoneix into Realm of Legends and pit her up against Wolverine. Now, I think the fight that you're going to see is, I think, my third try trying it, so it's not impossible, and I definitely think that once you have the strategy worked out, it is completely doable. But that being said, a 3-star Void would have done the job much faster. So this is just another use for her. Say you wanted to bring your sustainable champion to a quest and you ran up against a healing champion and you forgot to bring your heal blocker. There is a way. So anyway, let's get right into that. Now, I realized at the end of making this whole video that there's actually another mastery that would help benefit this whole strategy here, and that is the Resonate Mastery. Now, I don't have it even unlocked, so I couldn't test it, and I kind of wanted to do this without any boosts or additional masteries besides the key one, with being Despair. But it does seem like you could definitely add to your debuffs the number of debuffs if you had this Resonate unlocked, and that would just be that one extra 15%. It could mean the difference between another 50 hits, because if Wolverine regenerates a couple ticks and he gets that going, you might just extend your fight a lot longer than you want to. Now, if you do have Resonate, you also have Iniquity, and I think this is actually this whole system here could benefit Phoneix a lot. Decrease the opponent's attack by 2% for each detrimental debuff, up to 6%, with a maximum of 36. Now, you'll see in the fight coming up that the whole point of being able to kill Wolverine, the whole strategy revolves around me having at least 6 or 7 incinerates on this guy. So I would have, if I had Iniquity, I'd have a 36% attack reduction. If I had Resonate, I'd also have another 13%. So I could be looking at nearly 50% attack reduction on my opponents if I'm playing the Phoneix strategy. Now, that's pretty cool. I'm tempted here. I've been trying to save my units up, and these are 2 of the most expensive masteries in the game, and I'm out of carbonadium cores. I've used the rest to unlock actually Recoil and Despair, but maybe one day in the future here, if they release a deal, I will look into getting these 2 and see what else Phoneix can do. Reducing the attack, I believe, helps a lot of things, like some damage over time things are based on attack. I believe Magic's Limbo is. Do not quote me on that. And there's other things that help reducing attack. If you slip up and eat a special 3, that will definitely be a benefit of, you would benefit by having a reduced attack on the opponent. So anyway, that's just something else to think about while you're watching this. There's definitely some uses in this game for mass debuff application. Okay, for real this time, let's get into it. So the initial part of the fight is the setup. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to show up with Wolverine and just get some parries in, start some combos. He's going to be regenerating like 3,000-4,000 a tick right now. That was actually a 12,000 tick, I think. So it's definitely not going to be, I'm not going to be applying any damage yet. I'm waiting to get to 4 Furies and also 2 bars of power. So I'm taking it slow because it takes actually a while with only 1 Phoenix Force Charge to get up to that 4th Fury. But I know that I need to be a little bit above 2 bars of power. And I do this was a mistake. I was just getting set up and I get clipped by Wolverine here. But luckily this is a 455 champion, so I'm actually healing for more than that bleed is doing to me with willpower. So now I'm letting my Furies get up to the necessary number, which is 8 or 9, preferably 9. But I did launch that special one at 8 Furies and went down to 7. And now you can see that I am shutting down his healing. I have over 6 debuffs. 6 of these is going to be enough to shut down healing. And so the 7th one gets him over 100%. And I'm just fluttering between these two. So the idea is that once I use a special one, I'm going to be almost at 2 bars of power. And I want to build my power bar up quickly, but to close to a special one. Or to close to a special 3 and then launch the special 2 so that I can actually unload those Phoenix Force charges with a special 1 before I get into overload mode. So basically this is a dance. Now the first few times I did this, if someone does want to try this for fun, my mistake was focusing on the incinerates on him and saying, oh, I need to play more aggressively. But really you should be focusing on your own Furies and your power bar, and that is one of the reasons why I got clipped there, is I'm not focused on it. But you know, I did, once I got this, I was the first few times were extremely frustrating because they were like over 600 hits, and he was ending up like full health, or maybe he was like at half health. So anyway, I got hit a few times. Don't worry about it. The strategy here is sound. So I'm just blocking them from now on. That's my goal here. So you can see that if I do it at 9 Furies, each one of those hits applies an Incinerate to Wolverine, and then I can launch my special 1, and I'm still above 5 Furies. So every single hit I do is applying an Incinerate, and you have to be careful because the Realm of Legends AI is super passive, and they don't launch specials very often. So it's quite annoying actually when you're trying to do something like this, and I get clipped again. But it's okay because actually that gave me the power I needed to launch my special 1, and I got out of it in time. And yeah, I'm still applying those Incinerates. Every once in a while he does get a tick of regen, but I'm doing enough damage with all these Incinerates to get him down. You have to remember that these things are doing damage as well over time, and those add up when you have like 10 of them on here. So here we are, we're putting in damage. I'm getting close to a special 3 again. I launched this. Look, every single hit applies an Incinerate. I have 16 Incinerates on him, and I'm coming in for another 5-hit combo, and I want to launch that down. You want to launch your special 1 as soon as you have the bar of power, because it's going to give you the power all the way to a special 2, and if you gain too much power, you'll get a special 3. So you really have to be careful not to get to a special 3. So you'll see here, look, I'm just below 1 bar of power. I need to get a couple hits. That's all I can afford to do, and then I can go up to a special 2 by unloading those Phoenix Force charges. Now, I found that the best is actually, I didn't do this all the time, but I found that the best strategy there is to do a double medium, because you'll get 3 hits and apply 3 Incinerates, just to make sure you add that extra damage and extra heal blocking on him. So you haven't seen, Wolverine has hardly regened at all this fight, and I've done a pretty good job actually of managing my Furies here. I've almost always stayed above 5. Occasionally I dip down to 4. But in general, I'm doing a fairly good job of it, and I think I just needed to focus a little. So he does get some regen for a second there, but I get a few more hits on him, and the Incinerates end up blocking it via the Despair Mastery. So now at this point, I'm thinking, oh my God, I'm getting pretty close. I'm getting through this fight here. And you'll actually notice if you took a look at the Phoenix meta video that the total hit count on this is actually, I mean, it is more than it is on like a Winter Soldier, for example, but it's not that much more, because if you do the same strategy, what I consider the best way to play here, which is basically this, it actually shuts down the healing as a byproduct of it. It's not like a special strategy I'm using just for Wolverine here. It's just a little more precise, as I'm really focused on, before it's focusing on maintaining below special 3, and this time I'm also focusing on maintaining the Furies. So like you'll see right here is I actually have to wait until I get to 9 Furies or 8 Furies in order to make this work. So I'll do that, and each one of those hits will apply an Incinerate, and he'll go back up to 7 Incinerates, and he's heal blocked. And I'm now in Assassin's range. I can smell the victory, and I was very happy about this kill here. So yeah, this is one of many counters to Wolverine in the game now. I definitely would not recommend using Phoneix as your Wolverine solution. I just thought this was something cool that a super underrated champion, in my opinion, has yet another use in her belt, in her toolkit. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Phoneix once again coming in clutch for me, 360 hits. It's not that bad, but yeah, I really enjoy the character, and I hope you guys too. And yeah, we'll see you soon in other videos. Take care.